Come and become queen, fool!
Years passed quietly in the small fisherman's village by the river. The little boy that Nkem gave birth to grew into a strong and intelligent child. The fisherman and his wife loved him like their own grandson. They called him Shinonso, meaning God is near. Even as a young boy, Shinonso showed signs of greatness. He was brave, kind, and wise beyond his age. Sometimes, the fisherman would look at him and say softly, "This child was not born for this small village. Destiny is waiting for him." Nkem raised her son with humility and strength, but deep in her heart she knew the truth. One day, the boy would have to return to the palace where he truly belonged. Meanwhile, in the palace, King Obina had never forgotten Nkem. For years he carried sadness in his heart, believing the river had taken both her and his unborn child. The kingdom remained without an heir. Queen Adana ruled beside the king. Her heart was never at peace. At night she often woke in fear, remembering the terrible things she had done. One day, fate finally moved again. The king traveled to nearby villages to meet his people. When he reached the fisherman's village, something strange happened. He saw a young boy playing by the river. The boy stood tall and fearless. His eyes, his face, his strength reminded the king of someone. The king felt an unexplainable connection. He called the boy closer. "What is your name, young one?" The boy answered proudly, "My name is Shinonso." The king smiled, but deep in his heart something felt familiar. At that moment, Nkem stepped forward from the crowd. The king froze in shock. It was her, alive. The entire village fell silent. Tears filled the king's eyes. Nkem told the king the truth about what happened. By the river, she told him how the queen had betrayed her and tried to end her life. The fisherman confirmed everything. The king's heart filled with anger and sorrow. Immediately, he ordered the guards to bring Queen Adana before the royal court. Inside the palace courtyard, the elders gathered. The truth was revealed before the entire kingdom. The queen tried to deny it at first, but the evidence and witnesses could not be ignored. The elders shook their heads in disappointment. A queen was supposed to protect the kingdom, not destroy its future. Finally, the king stood up and spoke with a heavy voice. "Because of your jealousy, you tried to destroy an innocent life and the heir
Because
of
of your
this
jealousy,
kingdom.
you try to destroy an
For
innocent
this
life and
crime,
the heir of
you
this
can no
kingdom.
longer remain
For
queen."
this crime, you can no longer
Queen
remain queen.
Adana was stripped of her crown and royal beads. She was banished from the palace and sent away from the kingdom to live the rest of her life in exile. Then the king turned to Nkem and the young boy. In front of the entire kingdom, he lifted the child high. The king turned to the old fisherman and his wife with deep gratitude. "These humble people," he said, "saved the life of the woman and the child who carried the future of this kingdom." Before the entire palace, the
Rise,
king
my
rewarded
friends.
them
These
with
gifts are
land,
for you.
gold,
Thank you,
and a
great king.
beautiful
We are
home near the
blessed by your
palace.
generosity.
From that day forward, the fisherman and his wife were honored across the kingdom, not as poor villagers, but as the guardians who saved the prince, and the kingdom never forgot their kindness. And from that day forward, the kingdom learned a powerful lesson: jealousy destroys, but truth always returns like the river.